A very good afternoon to all. I am Dr. Hima Bindu, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. And my today's topic is Introduction to Robotics. So what do we mean by robotics? What is robotics? What is the use of robotics in mechanical engineering stream? And what are the various applications where these particular robots are being used? What are the fundamentals to be used in robotics? All that we will be discussing in today's class. What do we mean by robotics? Robotics, it is nothing but it is a science which deals with design and manufacturing with the help of robots. Right? Robotics is nothing but it is a science which deals with design and manufacturing with the help of robots. Right? And in order to construct or in order to design any particular robot, we require various fundamentals. Right? That is the fundamentals like physics, maths, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronic engineering, and as well as computer science engineering. Right? Why are these fundamentals being used? What is the requirement of these particular fundamentals in the design or construction of a robot? Right? For example, a robot has to have some particular movement, or a robot have to generate any particular control. A robot has to control any particular end effector or its arm or wrist, or the movement of any particular robot will be done with the help of physics, right? And without the use of mathematics, that is, without knowing the rotational matrices or without knowing the homogeneous transformations, we cannot deal with the motion analysis of a robot. So, in order to calculate the motion analysis, in order to know about the forward kinematics, or in order to know about the reverse kinematics, we need to have a knowledge about mathematics. So, mathematics is being used in robotics for various motion analysis of a robot to be done. Whereas the electrical and electronic engineering is really used to generate small chips in the robot. In order to generate small chips to the robot and insert it in the robot control system, we need the knowledge of electrical and electronic engineering. Whereas the computer science engineering is used for programming. Right? When we are giving any particular input to the robot, then only that particular robot will act accordingly, because a robot is not a human where it can act according to its senses. Right? So whatever is the input being given to the robot, according to that particular input only the robot will be acting. So the input whatever is being given to the robot is in the form of programming language. Right? The input whatever is being given to the robot is in the form of a programming language. For giving a programming to the control system of a robot, we require the knowledge of a computer science engineering. So these are some of the fundamentals which are used to construct or design any particular robot. That is, in robotics we use the fundamentals of physics, mathematics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronic engineering, and computer science, etc. Right? That is, in order to design or manufacture any particular robot, we require these constraints. We require to know about these particular fundamentals. Then only we can design or we can construct a robot. Coming to the motivation of the robot, why is this particular robotics being introduced in mechanical engineering? Why is this particular robotic system creating more hype in the industries? That is due to the reduced production cost, increased productivity, and improved product quality. That is, in order to reduce the production cost. That is, in order to reduce the labor cost, in order to reduce the production cost, robots are being introduced. Generally, what is the use of robot in industries? In order to reduce the time, in order to complete the given task more accurately, more precisely, at a shorter duration, will lead to reduced production costs and will lead to increased productivity, as we know. That is, the work which a human does, the same work done by the robot is 3 to 4 times more than that human. Right? That is, the work done by a human will be done. For example, we have any particular programming to be done by a human, or any particular pick and place of the object or material handling to be done by a human, will be done for some 7 days. For example, the same work which is done by a robot can be done within 2 or 3 days. Right? That is, a work done by a human in 7 days will be completed within 2 to 3 days by a robot, where the time is reduced, and productivity is increased. Where the time is reduced and the productivity is being increased, which also reduces the production cost. As the productivity is being increasing, the product cost gradually decreases. As we know, when the product delivery is being delayed, obviously the cost is also been increasing. That is, not only that, the product's quality is also been improved. That is, we get a more accurate, precise, and a no errored product will be generated as an output, because any particular product being manufactured by a human will be created with at least 0.001% of error. But the same product which is being produced by a robot will be more accurate without any sort of errors. Why is this happening? What is the difference there? Because here, whatever the program is manually being substituted within the robot, and the program is being sent into the robot, where the robot will be acting accordingly, where it doesn't it doesn't create any sort of errors on the product. Whereas the same work which is being done by a human will create few errors due to lack of time, due to inaccuracy of the human, or due to mental ability of the human, or due to any particular form of the human movement, we will be creating at least 0.0% of the errors. So all that, the product whatever we are generating will be with a high accurate and high precision, which is being generated with the help of a robot. That is, the main motive of generating a robot is to reduce the production cost, is to increase the productivity and improve the product quality, which cannot be done when a human is designing or a human is manufacturing any particular product. Whereas automation can help to fulfill the above requirements, right? How will these be done? How all these particular things be done? With the help of automation. Automation is nothing but robot, right? An automatic control machining process to be done. When that is done, all these particular above three characteristics will be justified. That is, the automation is either hard or flexible automation, depending upon the type of the industry or depending upon the type of the application. Right? The automation will be either hard or a flexible automation, depending upon the type of the application. Whereas robotics is an example of a flexible automation system. Flexible automation system. The flexible automation means what? It is nothing but the robot which can take the flexible programming at a time. Right? The programming which is being done flexibly without any particular standard fixed automation. That particular type of a robot is called as a flexible robo, which comes under a flexible automation. So this is the main motive to construct or model any particular robo, that is to cope with increasing demand of a dynamic and competitive market manufacturing methods. We require all these particular three characteristics to be justified. Clear? Moving on to the types of robots. Here we have various types of robots. What are the various types of robots? As we can see here, the robots are being divided into stationary robot and mobile robot, industrial robot and humanoid robot. Right? The robots are being divided into various types. One is the stationary robot, one is a mobile robot, humanoid robot and industrial robot. What do we mean by stationary robot? Stationary robot, as we can see here stationary robot is nothing but where the base is being fixed, whereas the manipulator movement will be done. Right? Stationary robot is nothing but a robot which base is being fixed, whereas the manipulator movement will be done in 180 degrees or 90 degrees. So whatever is the requirement. Right? That is, initially the robo is fixed at some particular base and the movement of the arm or the movement of the manipulator is being done accordingly as per the requirement of the application. Whereas coming to the mobile robot, a mobile robot is nothing but which base is being equipped with number of wheels, right? Which base is equipped with the wheels which can be moving around its surrounding in the industry. That is, any particular industry we are taking, in that particular industry, this particular mobile type of the robo can move from one place to the other and does its operation according to the application. For example, here we have the gripper in this particular shape. That is, generally this particular type of the robo is used for pick and place of the products. Generally, this particular type of the robo is used for picking and placing the products from one place to the other, right? Where the robo is being generated with the help of the wheel, where this particular robo can move around its surroundings in the industry. Coming to the humanoid robo is nothing but it is a robo which exactly looks like a human, where it has two legs and two arms, right? Which is having a face to detect, which is having a camera to capture the image, which has some sensors to smell or hear or visualize the effect, right? Or it has some sensors on the end effectors to know about the force detection, etc. That is, the humanoid robo is something which exactly looks like a human and works like a human, whereas the input is being given in the form of a programming language. This particular humanoid robo will be acting according to the input being generated in the robo. And these particular humanoid robos can be used for in many applications, like we can use in house, we can use in the offices, we can use in the medical field, we can use in the entertainment field, etc., depending upon our requirement, right? So these are some of the types of the robots which will be used depending upon the requirement of the application. Next, coming to the types of robots based on the application. Right, what are the different types of applications of the robots? We have various types of application, like robots can be used in industries, robots can be used in agriculture, robots can be used in medicine, it can be used as a personal robots, as I've told you, the humanoid robots generally can be used as a personal robots. The robots can be used in military areas, in space, in the entertainment field, in risk robots, etc. What happens in the industry? How is a robot being used in industries? For example, we have a large scale industry. In order to pick and place the object from one place to another, we can use a robot. In order to weld any particular two objects, we can use a robo. In order to use for a thermal spraying, we can use a robo. For drilling purpose, for packing, for assembly, disassembly of the products, for assembly of the products, right? In various aspects, we can use the robo in the industrial robotics. Whereas coming to the agriculture field, uh, these particular type of the robots can be used to detect the particular disease on the crop, right? To detect for spraying the pesticides on the crop, we can use the robots in the agriculture field. Whereas coming to the medical sector, the robot acts as an assistant to the doctor in the operation theaters, or for cleaning the surgical tools. Right, we can use these robots in the medical field in these sort of applications. Whereas coming to the humanoid robot, as if told you, generally we use personal robot. Generally, we use a humanoid type of the robots, where these particular robots are being used to clean the house, for vacuum cleaning, washing the car, or entertaining purpose in the house, etc. Right. So, in the military areas also, we use the robots where it has the cameras being fixed to the vehicle, and it has some sensors which can sense and which can capture the image with the help of the camera being assist. All that we will be seeing in detail in the next slide. And coming to the industrial robot. What do we mean by industrial robot? As you can see in these images, what is happening here? This particular type, the robot, is doing some welding operation, or it is doing some casting operation. What is this robot doing? It is assembling, assembling the parts, right? So in these cases, we can use this particular robot. That is, an industrial robot is an automatically controlled, it is a reprogrammable, and it is a multi-purpose manipulator, where the program can be taken place in three or more axes, where the programming can be done in three or more axes. It is an industrial robot. It is a automatically controlled, reprogrammable, multi-purpose manipulator. Right. So here, as if told you, we can use the industrial robots in welding, in painting, in assembly, in pick and place, product inspection, testing, etc. Right. In all these particular applications, we can use the robots, where these particular robots, whatever the products, whatever are being generated by with the help of these robots, will be more accurate and precise, as I've told you earlier. Coming to the agriculture, here in agriculture, a robot, what is happening? That is, agriculture robot, as I've told you, it is used to save money and time of the farmers. Right? The agriculture robots are used to save money and time of the farmers, which is adding an advantage to which helps the farmers to collect the crops and soil samples. It is used in spraying the pesticides. It is used in finding the parasites of the crop. It is used for watering the crops according to the time. Right? That is, the agriculture robo is the use of automation in biosystems such as agriculture. That is, helps to create several advancements to the industry, which help farmers to save money and time. As I've told you, it is used in saving time and money of the farmer. Not only that, the agriculture robots are also capable of collecting the crop and soil samples, because they are small in size. Right, that is, it will be moving from one place to the other, and it collects the crops and soil samples and give it for testing, which allows them to be able to accumulate data close to the crop. Not only that, it is also used for spraying the pesticides, finding the disease or parasites, etc. So, in all these, for all these conditions, we can use a robot in agriculture field. Not only that, the agriculture robot come equipped with cameras and sensors. Right? The agriculture robots are equipped with cameras and sensors, where these sensors are used to spray only the area which has been affected, not the whole crop. The crop which is affected in that particular area only, it will detect and it will spray the pesticides. That is, it will sense and it is detect. It is sense and it will spray the pesticides of the required crop, not on the entire crop. Right? So these are some of the uses with the help of which the robot can be used in the agriculture field. Next, coming to the medical robot. As I've told you, here the robot can be used to assist the doctor. It also can be used to operate as per the given input, or it acts as an assistant, or that is like a nurse to a doctor. It is also used in cleaning the surgical tools, saving the time of the human power and reducing the human power in the medical sector, etc. So in these particular conditions also we can use the robots in medical field. That is, if it can also be used in nanotechnology. Like nanomedicine, it is one of the branch of nanotechnology which includes the construction, repair, monitoring and control of the human body at the molecular level. So here in nanotechnology also we can use the robot which is used to operate on the human body with greater precision, that which is not which was not before imagined, right? Or to conduct the curative and reconstructive procedures, we can use the robots in the nanotechnology. Coming to the space, as we all know, Chandrayaan-3, what happened in Chandrayaan-3? It was nothing but we have sent a thing where it is sending us the pictures. We have sent the particular controller which is sending us the pictures of the moon, which is sending us the pictures of the sun according to the given location. So here we can use the robot in the space system also, where which cannot be explored by a human. So the areas which cannot be explored by human can be explored by a robot. That is, a space robot is nothing but the development of the machine for the space environment that perform exploration or to assemble or construct or maintain or service other hardwares in the space. Right? So generally robots can also be used in space technologies. Next, coming to the military area, as I've told you. So this is the robot which is being used in military area, where this particular robot is having cameras. That is, this is one of the camera which is being placed. Here we have a rear camera. That is, the camera is used to capture the image before and after. That is, in front of the robot and ahead of the robot. It has two antennas with the help of which it sends the signal to the human who is far away from that particular place. Right? It sends the signal, that is, in order to know where that particular robot is being placed in that particular area, war area. This with the help of the antenna, it sends the signal to the human. And here is the gun with the help of which, as per the requirement, the gun starts operating. Right? This is the microphone with the help of which the robot can have some hearing aid. The words whatever are being sent from the human can be heard by the robot and it acts accordingly. Right? So this particular type of the robot was already being used in our military area, which is called as Daksh. Right? Daksh was one of the military robot which already was being used, which is an electrically powered and remote controlled robot which is used to locate, handle and destroy risky object safely. Right? Daksh was one of the robot which was already being used in the military area, which has been controlled by with the help of remote and it is used to locate, handle, and destroy the risky objects safely, where it is saving the human life. Right? With the help of this particular type of the robo, the human life is being saved due to explosive devices, by the explosive devices. So this is one of the very important type of the robo which will be useful in the military areas to save human life. Next, in order to construct, in order to design any particular robo, we need to follow few rules, right? In order to design or in order to construct any particular robo, we need to follow few rules. What are those rules? What are those particular three rules? Right? It is nothing but a robot may not injure a human being. A robot should not injure a human being, and it should allow a human being to come, and it should not allow any particular human being which comes to harm himself, harm that particular robot. Right? That is, a robot should not harm any particular human. That is the first law with the help of which the construction of the robot should be done. The second one is the robot must obey orders given by the human being. That is, the inputs whatever are being given to the robot, that particular robot should obey all that inputs and should act accordingly. Next, a robot must protect its own existence. Right? A robot must protect its own existence. That is, keeping in mind the law 1 and law 2, a robot must protect itself from hacking. There are many sort of hacking has been occurred in robot. So it should be aware of all that, and it should protect itself from the environment and the surrounding. So these are a few of the laws, three laws, where keeping these particular laws in mind, we need to construct or design any particular robot. That is, a robot is a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator which is designed to move material through various programmed motions for the performing variety of tasks, which is being acceptable by using these particular three laws, where the law 1 states that it should not harm human beings, or it should take its own protection. It should obey the orders being given by the human, and it should protect its own existence. And based on these particular three laws, the robot should be designed. Now, coming to the characteristics of the robot, there are few characteristics of the robot, that is sensing and movement, energy, and intelligence. What do we mean by sensing? A robot has a few characteristics, as I've told you. One is the sensing. Sensing means what? A robot should have some sensing. That is, first, the robot would have to be able to sense its surrounding. Without sensing its surrounding, it cannot act accordingly. So a robot should have some sense to sense its surrounding. It would do this in way that are not unsimilar to the way that you sense, like that of, it should have some sensors to sense the light with the help of the eyes. It should have some sensors on the hand, so that it can know at how much force and how much torque it is holding an object, or it is moving an object from one place to the other. If it is not having any sense in the hand, what happens when it holds any object? If it is applying more amount of the force without any sense, the object obviously breaks. So the robot should have some sense on the hand. It should have some sense on the eyes to detect the light. Right? It should have some sense on the nose to know the chemical composition of the products. Right? It should have some sense on the ears to hear the protocols being given by the human or by the particular guide to the particular robot. So these are some of the sensors which a robot should inbuild. That is, these are some of the characteristics based on which the robot should be constructed. That is, the sensing should be introduced in the robot to detect the light, detect the force and torque, detect the chemical composition. It should have some hearing aid, so that whatever are the instructions being given by the human, it should withhold and act accordingly. Right? Coming to the movement. Movement means what? A robot should be able to move around its environment. Right? So for that, it should have some comfortable movement. So whether rolling on the wheel or walking on the leg or propelling by thruster, a robot needs to be able to move. So movement action is also very important. That is to count as a robot, either the whole robot moves or it is in just in the partial movement. Right? The movement of the robot can be done partially or it can be done with a whole. As I've told you in this particular first figure, here what is happening? This is one of the movement where the base is fixed, whereas only the manipulator is moving. This is one of the robot movement where the robot is completely moving on its rail around its environment. This is one of the robo where this particular movement of the robo will be done acted according as per the human beings. Next is the energy. Without any energy, even our human body cannot work. Yes or no? In the same way, a robot also requires some amount of the energy to work. So that particular energy will be transformed with the help of a battery or with the help of an electrically powered unit or with the help of a solar power. Right? With the help of solar, with the help of electric or with the help of the battery. That is, with the help of these particular three sources, depending upon our requirement, we will be generating some amount of energy to the robot and accordingly the robot will complete its task. Right? As we all require some amount of energy to work, in the same way a robot also requires some energy to work. So that particular energy is being given to the robot by either installing the solar panels or by electrically powered or by the help of a battery system. Right? Next, coming to the intelligence. Intelligence means what? As a robot needs some smartness. As our human, we have some built brain. Right? We have some built brain where we act according to the situation. Right? The human is acting according to the situation. That is, he acts smart according to the situation required. But a robot is a machine. Right? So it cannot act according to the situation. Whatever is the input being given to the robot, according to that particular input only, the task will be completed by the robot. But in order to act smart, we have to build some programming into the robot where it can take few of its decisions as per the surrounding requirement. Right? We have to give a programming in such a way that the robot will be acting according to the environmental condition. And a programmer is the person who gives the robot its smartness. Right? A programmer is a person who gives the robot its smartness. That is, the robot will have some way to receive the program so that it is know what it should do. Right? Depending upon the surrounding, depending upon the environment, depending upon the requirement, how and where and how it should act, it should have some little inputs which will be given in the form of programming. So these are four characteristics which should be built in the robot. One is the sensing, one is the movement of the robot, one is the energy of the robot, and last one is the intelligence. Without these four characteristics, we cannot design or construct a robot, or we cannot even handle a robot accordingly. Right? So, coming to the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the robot? Right? Advantages are flexibility, cost, accuracy, and increased productivity. Flexibility in what case? Right? The robot can work 24/7 without getting tired. It will be working, right? That is, a robot works 24/7 without getting tired. That is, it is flexible to work in any particular condition, in any particular environment, in any particular surrounding, whereas our human cannot work 24/7. and he cannot work without getting tired or without taking a rest. He cannot work in some environmental condition. He cannot work in some surrounded highly polluted surrounded environmental condition. Whereas a robot can is flexible to work in any condition. It can work 24/7. It can work without getting tired continuously. It can work in any environmental condition. That is, it is flexible. So that is one of the advantage of using a robot instead of a human. Coming to the cost. By using the robot, the human power is reduced. By using a robot, the human power will be reduced, because of which the labor cost reduces. Right? Because of which the labor cost reduces. For example, for an industry where we require 100 laborers, we can work with around 10 robots. Right? An industry which require 100 laborers, if we are having a 10 robots, we can complete the whole work. So it is cost effective, right? It is reducing the human power, with the help of which the labor cost is reducing, as well as the time consumption is also being reduced. So obviously the cost is being reduced. Coming to the accuracy. Accuracy means what? What is happening here in accuracy? We will be getting a very precise, no error product. Right? And that is as per the given input, to the robot will be acting accordingly. So there we will be getting a very precise and accurate product without any form of errors. The same work, when it is being done with the help of a human, he may create any sort of error some or the other way. He will be creating any 0.01 or 0.02% of the error. But here, when we are using a robot, we will be getting a product which is very accurate. Right. Next is increased productivity. That is, when we are working 24/7, the productivity will gradually increases. A robot will not take rest. It will not take rest even for 5 minutes or even for a half an hour or 1 hour. So it is continuously working. A robot continuously works, where the productivity will be increasing. As I've told you, it works 24/7. Here, obviously, the productivity will be increasing. So that is also one of the advantage of using robots. What is the disadvantage? Task suitability. Cost, again, we have got cost and advantages as well as disadvantages. Here, what is the cost? To design the robot. It is a bit expensive to design a robot, to manufacture a robot. It is a bit expensive. So that is one of the disadvantage which we can consider. Next, coming to the security risk. Security risk means a robot can be hacked or stolen. Right? A robot can be hacked or it can be stolen. So it has few security risks when we are using a robot. Whereas when it is a human, we cannot hack a human or we cannot steal a human. We cannot do anything with the human. So there are the security risk is one of the disadvantage which can be considered when we are using a robot in the industries. Right? So this is all about our robotics, introduction to the robotics. Right? It is introduction, what we have learned from the robotics. Here, robotics is recognized as one of the important aid of mechatronic system and provides application in unmanned area of industrial automation. The course emphasizes on the design and development of robot geometry, sensors and actuator to meet the kinematic requirements and trajectory planning. Right? That is, here the robot is one of the one of the device which uses some of the fundamentals, such as we have seen in the first slide, it uses some of the fundamentals such as physics, mathematics, mechanical, electrical and electronic, based upon which it will act according to its application. Clear? Hope you have understood the introduction to the robotics, various types of the robots we have learned about, and various applications of the robots we have seen. Right? So this is all for today's class. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.